Whatever the name of Raymond's RV is the name of his Starlink, I think. That's why I said that. The one I saw on there. Towards, oh my, man, I'm sitting in a weird spot. That's like the fifth ball that's hit right in front of my feet.
You want me to scoot? This is a good spot.
No, it's keeping me on my toes. I just keep thinking, I see my life flash between. I see my life flash in front of my eyes every 30 seconds over here. It's wild. Torrey digs in with Macy on third base. 4-1 Lady Oiler lead as the Lady Outlaws defense has been suspect in inning number 2. It's a fly ball into center. Is she going to get there? She's camping. She's got it. Out number 3. But the Lady Oilers push 4 across. Have a 4-1 lead moving to the bottom of the second. My apologies for the technical difficulties. We're just spotty internet out in, I don't even know where we're at. We're supposed to be in Willis, but somewhere about 20 minutes past Willis, East Texas. They haven't gotten internet out here yet. Or at least Verizon hasn't figured it out. That's not uncommon. They have problems all over the place. They didn't have internet in Colorado either. Thank you, Verizon.
Well, there's a feeling in the air, just like a Friday afternoon. Yeah, you can go there if you want, though it fades too soon. So go on, let it be. If there's a feeling coming over me, seems like it's always understood this time of year. Well, I know there's a reason to change. Well, I know there's a time for us. Think about the good times and you love with all the bad. You can feel it in the air. It's feeling right this time of year.
Eddie Kuntz enters a circle and fires strike 1 to this Lady Outlaw hitter. She has her whoopee in her back pocket. Ball 1. Isn't that what Linus had on the Peanuts, was a whoopee? It was a whoopee, right? It's intriguing, for sure. It looks like it still has the tags on it, kind of like the baseball caps that some people wear with the leave the tags on. She's got a hand towel hanging out the back with, looks like a tiger with the tag still hanging off. It's pretty fresh if you're from the 80s. And this is in 3-1. Sky Smith behind the plate, Charlotte Irick over at first, Macy Montgomery is your second baseman. Mason Brulette is at short, and Isla Satsmary at third base. 4-1 lead for the Lady Oilers here in the bottom of 2. It's a ground ball. Charlotte's got it. She's going to wait. She's going to wait, and she tags her out. Out number 1. That was a standoff. That looked like the old West right there. It's the two staring each other down. Charlotte was not going to chase her, and the runner was slowing down. It looked like a good old draw. Charlotte was not going to flinch. Kinsey Schulte out and right. Tori Tamayo in center and Grace Brown in left. And this is a big 16-year-old right here. And this is down and away, ball one. We had a camp last night out here at this complex. There's 12 or 13 different college teams in attendance, checking out some of the talent here in the area. You mentioned this is a 16U tournament, so other than the big national tournaments, you don't see that a lot. At least I've not recognized it a lot at the 14U level. But these girls on the Oilers are getting ready to start high school. And that's about the time that these college coaches really start taking a look and seeing the talent that's out there. Probably more in that 16U age range. I'm just getting constant alerts. It says the stream's going down. 2 balls and a strike. Popped up. Easton's going back. Grace is coming in. Oh my, what a catch. I thought Gracie even called that, and all of a sudden Easton just Superman out towards left field and caught it over his shoulder. That was Willie Mays style with a dive. Added difficulty. Great play by Easton there. I didn't get excited because I didn't think she was going to catch it. By the time I did get excited, it was too late. Great play going back. I thought Grace had that all the way. In fact, I thought I heard her call it. And the next thing you know, Easton was leaping through the air. Makes a spectacular catch out in left field, out number 2. Yeah. Kind of feels like everyone's walking through the motions right now. The Lady Outlaw team on defense did not look like they were interested. And just the overall feel in the field is blah. Not for Easton. She said, I'm going to get it. It just seems like everyone's a little step low here on Saturday morning. Kind of feels like a Saturday morning after you went to the casino until 3 or 4 a.m. Kind of find a way to work back into your rhythm. 2 balls, no strikes. 1, 2, and 1. 2 outs. Is Addie's 28th pitch. She's just over 50%. 15 balls, 13 strikes. Popped up into center. Tori's giving chase. This is hit well. She can't make the play. It's up against the fence. The runner will be at second. Tori went a long way for that. Almost made the play. She's up and she's okay. I couldn't tell if she ran into the fence or not, but she was right up against it by the time she caught it, or almost caught it. Ends up getting to the grass and... Oh.
When I read the website, it said turf is the way it looks like real grass, but I just was
I thought it was turf too. Yeah, because they've actually got it really well manicured out there. Then.
Well, it's I think all new grass. That's why they made Sophie move her little blow up thing. They're not letting.
Keep it on the concrete. They're going to keep it on the concrete. Is that what you're saying? Runner at second, 2 outs.
Because he said they just planted all this grass. It's fresh grass. They don't want to kill the grass.
Strike 1. I feel like we're out in the middle of nowhere. We are? Yeah. I think this was somebody's farm ground. He decided to more profitable to put a softball complex out and charge the kids to play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. What's up?
Well, apparently there were like 5 people that went in, and the one that owned the land, that was his buy-in, is he donated the land, and then the other 4 threw in the money to do all the build on.
It's nice. Ball's down in the dirt. What's that?
As long as you're all right with having this in your backyard the rest of your life. Like, how do you sell that house?
Residual income. That's what it is. The rest of your life, you'll be making $12 a person that passes that gate. You'll be all right forever. As long as parents are willing to pay to play, watch their kids play. Blah blah blah. Oh no, that didn't sound good. Foul ball. That's where we are with kids sports. They're all like that. Don't have any that play volleyball, but I hear that's $4,000 or $5,000 a year to invest in that per year per kid. Probably about the same on softball side. There's expensive, there's insurance, there's upkeep on the field, there's all these things, but it's not like the good old days when I was growing up where you made enough money on concessions to be able to keep things afloat and give kids an opportunity to play. You have a lot of girls that will never get to play select softball because they can't afford the several hundreds of dollars a month that it costs, and some can't even afford to play league because that's a couple $100 for 6 weeks worth of softball. That's about 4. And that's heartbreaking to me to know that there's kids out there that want to try the sport and can't even play in the community league because parents can't pay it. Just can't come up with $200 or $300 a kid to play for a couple weeks. You add on the bats, $500, the gloves at $200-$300, $15 softballs. Yeehaw. All right, enough complaining. Ball 1. Addie behind the count here, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. She does have 2 outs, so 1 more would end this inning. That one misses high, ball 2. Looking to get out of this and get the bats back again. They got 4, Lady Oilers did, got 4 in the top of the second. They took a 4-1 lead. Only run from the Lady Outlaws was on the first pitch of the game that was hit over the center field fence. Solo home run, and we stand right there, 4-1. Ball 3. Throw down to third, and Isla did a good job of keeping that one in front of her. Short hopped her at third base. I was trying to remember the first out of this inning. How could you forget? That was Easton's diving grab out in left field. By far the best play of the game so far, and I told you, it's like getting home at 4 o'clock in the morning from the casino. That's kind of where we're all at this morning. Trying to get up to speed here. Little hangover from the Sparkler out in Colorado. Then you had last week off. And this being the last one of the summer. Imagine, I haven't seen yet, but I would imagine there'll be a couple weeks off as the girls kick off high school here in the next couple of weeks. And they will get back after it again, strike 1. A lot of these girls will be trying out for their high school team for the first time as freshmen. And this is also the age where some of these girls, I don't think anyone on this team, I'd be shocked, some of these girls choose to go in a different direction as far as either other sports or just other interests, being 14, getting ready to turn 15 years old. Boys. That's the key word there, is boys. They're starting to get interested in the boys. Let's hope we can keep them away from that and focus in on softball. That hit her in the foot, and that'll bring a run in. So hit by pitch, 4-2.
I need less of me. Father, Son, and Spirit, that's who I call G-O-D. I used to be a blind man until you singled out that today is the day that the Lord has created. Why would I sit around just waiting? Let's have a celebration. It's time to clap our hands and stomp our feet. Jesus set you free. It's time to celebrate. Don't sit there waiting, let's have a celebration. It's time to clap our hands and stomp our feet. Let's have a celebration. If you believe that Jesus set you free, it's time to celebrate.
Charlotte Irick will lead off here for the Lady Oilers. Isla Satmary. I think I've been saying that wrong the whole time. Grace Brown. Oh, that ball was hit hard but snagged. What a play by the third baseman. Good hit by Charlotte, but robbed there. A good play by the third baseman, and she went and got that thing 5-3. Out number one. Bring in Isla Satmary, Grace Brown, and Easton Brulette. That was a good play over at third base. Good range, good throw. That was hit hard. And Charlotte was robbed of a base hit. Ball high. I'd say either the left fielder is really small or she's playing very deep. It's one of those ant situations that you see from like the top of a skyscraper. She is very small out there. She looks like she's sitting on top of the fence essentially in left field, very deep. So let me see if I can go over your head anyway. There's hit hard. That's going to fall in front of her because she's playing on the fence. So we called that one out as Isla singles into left field. As that was hit hard into left, and probably if you're playing standard depth, you may have a shot at that, but I was like, look, if you're going to play on the fence, let me just hit one where you would normally be standing, and I'll take my base hit. I believe Isla led all hitters in Colorado with batting average. I'm trying to recall the numbers, so just take it with a grain of salt, but I believe it was 567 in Colorado, so congratulations on leading the team in batting average. She is a hitter. Tori, I believe, was second. Kinsley was third. There's all information that we got before we left Colorado. So good week for those three. Lots of girls had great performances out there in the Colorado Springs area and good pitching as well. As Kennedy had a couple she had a couple shutouts, close to no hitters. Grace Brown is your hitter here. Ooh, fouled off. Gracie tripled into left center field and came in on the throw to the plate to score the first two runs, driving in Isla and scoring herself as the ball got away from the catcher. Right now you got a 4-2 Lady Oiler lead. One out, Easton on deck. Hit hard. Oh, and this one goes through the third baseman's glove. Almost another spectacular play. I'm giving her a hit on that one because that thing was a rope at the third baseman. She thought she caught it. Like, she got a full glove on it, but it hit her palm and bounced right out of the top of the glove. That thing was hit hard. She had to take a step or two to her left. Didn't have a lot of time to do it. First and second one out. And she got two hits in a row, and now Easton's going to dig in with a runner in scoring position. Kinsley Schulte on deck. Addie will follow her. Easton singled into center in her first at bat. And we're talking about a big tournament out there in the Sparkler of the World Series. She had a grand slam and a second home run, I believe, that's out there. I know she's at least had two. I believe they were both in Colorado, and definitely one was a grand slam in that last game that brought the Lady Oilers back and gave them a shot. They couldn't hold on. And she was If I'm handing out MVPs for the week, he's got my MVP for the tournament in Colorado. Like I said, lots of good performances out there. Kennedy probably could be mentioned in that as well. She, after game one, she came back and had several outstanding pitching performances, but Easton was doing it all. Hitting, fielding. She even pitched. 2 balls and a strike. Isla at third, Gracie's at second. That ball got back to the screen a second ago, and I didn't advance the runners, but they're there now. Ball away. 3-1, I believe. You got 3-1 as the count? How does that work? I usually am checking yours, make sure you're right. Pretty sure I just got the side eye. You did?
I forgot everything.
Strike 2. Change up. Falls back down into the zone, and we got a full count. Full count, 1 out. Grace at second, Isla at third, and Easton looking to drive them in. She's going to take a rip at this one if it's close. It's ball high, and now bases are going to be loaded. Kinsley Schulte is going to be your hitter. She grounded out. Got into a fielder's choice at third base. They were able to get the runner at the plate.
Bases loaded. Let's get a grand slam.
In the second inning. You got a 4-2 Lady Oiler lead. They're threatening again here with 1 out. Kinsley digs in. Change up away. Strike 1.
She's in desperate need of new ones, but I'm like, we're just waiting for the season to start. There's like
Isla at third, Gracie at second, Easton at first. Line drive, can't see it. It's a base hit up the middle. Shortstop got to it, tried to flip it underhand backwards to the second baseman, but didn't get there in time, and we got 2 runs in. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good, and that would have been one of those, as Kinsley didn't get a ton of it. He was in the right spot, but it wasn't hit hard enough to get all the way into the outfield. Got a glove on it, tried to flip. It was actually a second baseman got a glove on it, flipped it backwards, but didn't get the lead runner in time. It goes as a base hit and 2 RBIs. Addie will dig in now. 6-2 Lady Oiler lead. Easton at second, Kinsley at first. Ooh, man, good eye. I would have been swinging at that 100%. That was one I would have been looking to drive, and Addie said, nope, it's going to miss high. And she was right. I mean, I could feel it from my seat behind the plate that if I was batting, I would have corkscrewed myself into the ground. I would have swung so damn hard at that pitch. 1-2. Misses away, 2-2. Good job. Addie's drawing it even here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sky Smith on deck. Macy will follow her. Got a 4-run lead. Hold your breath on that one. Whew, another one. She does a good job of making sure it's in that strike zone. That misses just away, I believe. It's a 3-2 count. It was close. All right, Addie, let's see what you got. Full count. She'll be cutting. Just behind it. Little foul. That was a good pitch away out in the river. I think she did the right thing by swinging it. That was on the edge of the strike zone. Good way to fight it off. But I want to see Addie just rip one. Big kid, powerful. We see it in practice all the time. I'm waiting for her to put one over that fence. full count. Is this the pitch? Yeah. Oh, well, strike looking. That's not the first one I disagreed with in that sequence of pitching. Pitches. A couple of those I thought were strikes, and that one I did not. And Addy sees the umpire's right hand raise and called strike 3. So you got a 6-2, 2 outs, first and second. Sky Smith will start at 9:30. Next game starts at 10:30. Then we have the noon game. They tell me they got 90 minutes. They're probably playing 75-minute games and give 15-minute break between games. So we'll see. Great bunt by Sky, and there is no way they're getting anybody here. She's safe at first. Kinsley's coming all the way in from second, and she ripped that knee back open again. You saw her grab it immediately as she slid in. Great bunt by Sky. That's a base hit and 2 RBIs as Kinsley was motoring around from second, and you got an 8-2 lead. So Kinsley's clamoring for shorts to play in, and she slides and grabs her knee. I'm assuming they're saying that they thought Sky was out of the batter's box when she bunted that. I didn't see anything, but doesn't mean I didn't miss it. The umpire goes out and talks to the base umpire, and he says, I didn't see anything either, and they'll just reset. And he looked at the coach and just shrugged and said, we don't know what you're talking about. So Sky with a 2 RBI bunt and a beauty out in front of the plate. 8-2 Lady Oiler lead with 2 outs. Macy is your hitter. Addie's going to go back out to the circle and look to preserve this one as you're getting close to the 1 hour mark. Hit hard to third. That third baseman's got a glove on her. She can play out number 3. That one goes 5-3, and she had 2 good plays in that inning. The Lady Oilers get 4 more after getting 4 in the top of the second. They now lead 8-2. 8 runs on 7 hits. Lady Outlaws have 2 runs on 2 hits.
I've got so much to be thankful for. I got a roof and a bed, a couple groceries to stay fed. I've got a phone and clean water, and some shoes when I wanna go farther. Today I've got so much to be thankful for. I woke up this morning thinking thank you, giving me everything I could ever need and more. I've got so much to be thankful for. Hey, I have lights and a fan, a couple people who know who I am.
I don't do
I have
that.
a car,
It's hard for me.
pots and pans
They
I
wanna
can
go
cook
last.
on a stove. I have the sun in every my lungs, and a big mess that I get to clean up. But most of all, one thing's true, Jesus, I'm grateful for you. Today I've got so much to be thankful for. I woke up this morning thinking thank you.
Addie back out in the circle. First pitch is low, ball 1, and the scoreboard isn't working. Defense stays the same. Sky Smith behind the plate. Charlotte Irick at first. Third, you got Isla Mary. Easton Brulette at short. Macy Montgomery at second base as that one rolls foul towards the first base dugout. It's about time for some beef jerky. Good old beef jerky at the ballpark. We're going to get some red pepper. Let's do it. Strike 2. That changeup's working for Addie today. She's got several swings and misses. And this hitter was way ahead of that one. Lady Oilers looking good. I was worried after the first pitch on defense and the ball was hit over the fence. You're like, uh-oh. These girls stepped up. Strike 3. They'll get to play 14U. As in the Lady Oilers will get to play 14U again next season. All these girls will be freshmen in high school, I believe, on this Lady Oiler team. They'll still play 14U, and they're playing up in the 16U bracket today. Not holding them back yet, 8-2, but that first pitch had me a little worried when it was deposited over the Centerville fence. Is that what we got in store for us? Let's hope not. This is the last one of the year, and it sure would be fun to end on a good note. Saw the Pepper team out here. I know Floyd Hot Shots is out here as well. Freedom out of Conroe. I know several of these teams, and there's some good ones. It's my first time out here at this new complex. Definitely nice facilities. Still growing into it. I heard that they're still, it just planted that grass in the outfield, and from where I'm sitting, it looked like turf, so I don't doubt that one bit. These fences are deep in this. Curious if this is a softball and baseball park. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this is one, you got a full count. Eddie's essentially even on the day. 55 pitches, 28 balls, 27 strikes. Sure, she would like to see that number a little higher, and she's growing into it. There's a lot of different philosophies. Some people say start with accuracy and you'll find the speed later. Other girls work on speed and find their accuracy, but this is about the time, the 14-year bracket, when a lot of them start finding the accuracy, being able to move it around, add multiple pitches in. And there's times you have to remind yourself that they're 14. So it's ball 4 and the runner moves down to first base. I got so much to be thankful for.
You got this.
It's a ground ball to third. Isla's going to go to second. They do get the lead runner, and the throw to first is not in time. But good job there as you get the fielder's choice over at second. Isla knew right away where she was heading with that one. And they got her at second when the lead runner is retired. And you got 2 outs, 8-2 game. Seeing these girls start finding their accuracy. They can hit both sides of the plate. They got multiple pitches. And these Oiler girls are all throwing near 60 mile an hour, so that's not a joke either, as that one was. That was the heater. But high and away, ball 1. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first. Ball 3. Strike 1. What was that name of that movie you had me watch last night? Stay up and watch till midnight.
Brothers Under Fire.
Brothers Under Fire. Very strange. I felt like it was just getting started and then it was over. It was a very weird shift. Like, it felt like it was building and building and building in suspense, and the next thing you knew, the credits showed up on the screen. Kiefer Sutherland's in that one. If you were a Jack Bauer fan from, was it Designated Survivor? Was his show, I think? You probably like that one. But I wouldn't get your hopes up too much because you may just be getting into it and then start seeing names of the actors on the screen. That's what happened to me. Ground ball to third. Isla's got it. She'll step on third and the third out. So we'll move to the top of 4. Lady Oilers 8, Lady Outlaws 2.
Now we're up. Yeah.
Hey, I can't seem to get outside of my head. It's getting difficult to leave my bed. I need some air that I can breathe. I don't get where as long as I leave. I wanna go outside in the sun, find a field where I can outside in the breeze, be who I'm
Oh, really?
supposed to be outside.
She's younger though.
Feel so small outside, outside, where there's palm trees and meadows, sky so blue and the sunshine yellow, feeling like a kid teeth stained with yellow. No goodbyes, just one big hello, hello. To you in the fan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Staying home just don't make much sense.
Oh, he's up there over there, aren't they? In that suit? In the orange hat, yellow hat? Maybe not.
Be who I'm supposed to be outside of these walls. All my problems feel so small outside, outside.
Tori Tomeo will lead it off for the Lady Oilers here in the top of the 4th inning. Charlotte Irick, Isla Satmary. Oops. Offered at strike 1. Tori grounded out to third and flew out to center field in her second at bat. She's going to give it a run here on her third try. One ball, one strike. Charlotte on deck. Nope. 2-1. Gonna go outside in the sun.
Come on, Four, let's go, kid.
2-2. Ball. 3. That sun is out now. Ooh, Nelly. I feel like a hot dog being roasted on the barbecue grill. Okay, wait. Who's Misty? Ball 4. Who's the gentleman in the Blaze shirt over here? His daughter played on my Little League team. The guy in the Blaze shirt and hat right there.
I recognize him, but I don't.
His name's Jorge, but who was his daughter's
His
name?
name or his name. He looks familiar.
Yeah.
But
He helped. I think he helped coach one year. Oh. Hit by pitcher, they call him foul ball. We'll see. As Charlotte offered, and he's giving her the hit by a pitch. That one went off that back arm as she, and it looks like it went off the forearm. Hand's part of the bat, forearm is not. That's a hit by pitch, and Charlotte moves to first and moves Tori over to second after the walk. Now you got Isla. She was hit by a pitch in the back of the head in the first inning. Isla got hit in the back of the head the first inning. And then she singled into left field in her second at bat. Lady Oilers looking to tag on a few here as we're 70 minutes in what I believe is a 75-minute game. They've started this inning. Most likely they'll finish the inning. Strike one. But nobody ever gives me the rules, which makes it really hard to talk about. Because to be honest, most of the time I'm just guessing and making things up. Here we go. And this is up and in. He was looking for it. He wanted to call it. But he didn't. 1-1. Grace Brown on deck. Easton will follow her. And Kinsley, if we can get the bats rolling, nobody out here in the inning. Hit by pitch and a walk. And this is away. So 2 ducks on the pond, as they would say. Runners at first and second base. Ball 3. Lady Oilers have only left 2 runners on base. That's efficiency. They've got 8 runs on 7 hits. And the Outlaws have 2 runs on 2 hits. They've left 6 on base. Full count. Let's go, Isla. I want to celebrate. Hit one over the fence. We want to celebrate. We'll have a celebration. We'll have a celebration. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. We'll have a celebration. Swing and fouled off. Out in front of that one came back to the screen behind her. Just fought that one off, looking for a better pitch. Full count. Big swing incoming. It was. Good play by the shortstop, and they get the lead runner. That impressive. So fielder's choice. She went deep into the hole between short and third. She grabbed it and forced out at third base. I think about 5 minutes. Oh, now they said safe. Okay, well, hold on then. I'm assuming they say she came off the base. Rule it however you want. I guess maybe you give a base hit there. Could be an error. That would have been a good play by the shortstop, but definitely throw beat her at third base. And I'm assuming she came off the bag. So we got bases loaded. Nobody out. And G steps in. Visions of 4 RBIs on her mind. And then end to this one. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Everybody's confused. It's called a strike. Throw goes behind Isla. She just stepped off towards second base and stood there. As Tori started coming home, they threw it home, and then everybody just went back to their base. Coach's time has expired. We will finish the inning, the umpire says. So, now's the time. Now is the time. Good throw down to third base. Is that a ball? Oh, geez. Now neither of us know. We need a third person watching the count. I think it was a ball, too. I was too busy talking. I couldn't pay attention at the same time. Line back at the pitcher gets stuck between her arm and her body, and it's a line drive out as everybody has to return. Just glad she's okay, as that one was hit hard back up the middle. Coach is going to come check on her, but she didn't move, and it got stuck between her arm and her midsection, and that's an out. And everybody heads back to their respective bases. As a former pitcher's dad, those scared the bejesus out of me. I'm glad to see she's okay. Easton digs in now. That ball's to the backstop. And they're all coming. Now they're all going back. And all of that for ball one. They got a little bit of track action going on the bases, some extra cardio. Tori thought about it. She got a quarter of the way down and decided the backstop's too short. But by that time, Isla was already at second base, and she had to go all the way back to first. Ground ball is short. This is trouble. And that is... Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this one because they're saying that Charlotte was defensive interference. There's nothing she can do there. She's got to keep running. She didn't touch the fielder, and I don't know what you're supposed to do. She's running to third base. She had to jump over the ball. She didn't dart towards it. She's just trying to get out of the way of it. She's safe, and he gets it right. Thank you, because that would have been a travesty. And bases will remain loaded 9-2. Kinsley Schulte will be your baddie. Addie Kuntz on deck. Kinsley looking for a couple more RBIs. She grounded into a fielder's choice and got the runner at the plate in the second inning. She drove in 2 with a single in the third. And she's back up here in the fourth. And they now have a 7-run lead. Ground ball back to the pitcher. This is going to come home for the force. Throw to first. And she's there. So another fielder's choice. This one goes 1-2. Two outs. 9-2. Addie Kuntz will dig in here. Ball high. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's get him, Eddie. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 out, bases jammed. She does have a 7-run lead that she's protected. I'm sure she'd love to get a few here. That one's called a strike. Not a fan. 2-1. And the ground out to first will end the inning. So, Lady Oilers will move to the bottom of the fourth. The time has expired. 9-2 is your game. They move into bottom of the fourth. Let's do it.
Hey, at least there's a breeze.
Outside, I wanna be in your paradise. From here, I wanna be where the air is clear. Yes, please, I wanna be living in the breeze. That's right, I wanna be in your paradise. Hey, take me away, don't where you reside. Where there's no shadows, no darkness to hide. I wanna be where the burden is light. And there's no reason to work overtime. Just living in the moment. Breathing in the air. Lifting up our praises. To God who's always there. Singing one love, one life. No wrongs, just right. One love, one life. No wrongs, just right. Outside, I wanna be in the paradise. I wanna be where the air is clear. Yes, please, I wanna be living in the breeze. That's right, I wanna be in the paradise. Heaven on this earth, very nice. You don't have to work, pay the price. He did all the work, but get a life. Born in a shirt, just presence is with you. So why would you worry? Timing is perfect, so why would you worry? We all know that we don't ever need right in this room. Singing one love, one life, no wrongs, just right. One love, one life, no wrongs, just right. Outside, I wanna be in the paradise. Yes, please, I wanna be living in the breeze. That's right, I wanna be in the paradise.
Got a lot of movement out on the defense. Easton's going to take over in the circle. So Eddie will be finished. She gave up 2 runs on only 2 hits through 3. Easton takes over. Sky stays behind the plate. Eddie actually moves out into right field. Gracie slides over to first base. Kinsley slides out to left. So, and then Charlotte shifted to second and Macy over to short and hit by pitch. Lots of words. Let's go through that. You got Sky behind the plate. Gracie Brown is your first baseman. Out at second, Charlotte Irick. She moved from first. Macy Montgomery is your shortstop. She slid over from second base, and Isla stays put and is your third baseman. Strike one. Kinsley shifted from right field over to left, and she's out in left field now. Tori Tomeo stays in the center, and Addie Kuntz is your right fielder. She moved from the circle out into right. Easton in the circle. What do you got? 1 and 2, 0-2. I wanna be 2-2, I believe. Let's see what he says. I don't trust this official scorekeeper, I'd ask. this is just... I don't know. I wanted to say low, but I think you may have thought it was high. It was a changeup, and it fell right through the middle of the zone. So I'm not sure if he thought it was high or low. Let's just say it was a good pitch that was not called a strike, and now first and second, and I think that one could have been called as well. So maybe he is just confused by the changeup. That's about all I can think, because there was a couple good ones right there. Was that low or high? Yeah, the next to the last one, I was going to say it was low, but I think you may have called it high. I don't know if it was low or high because it was like right down the middle. Nobody knows. The consensus is should have been strike 3. And now he's completely lost his strike zone, I believe. What do you got for a count?
Hey, those are good spots.
Misty?
Small misses.
Misty, what do you got for the count? I let my water sit in the sun for too long. Now I'm drinking boiling water. Not refreshing. 3 balls, no strikes. All right, let's turn it on here, E. It misses away, ball 4, and bases are loaded, nobody out. Was it Maya, his daughter's name? Jorge's? I think his name is Jorge that was talking to, I believe his daughter's name may be Maya. I feel terrible. I only coached her for like 3 seasons. I wanna be. We should bring that big old fan that we got in the backyard. They got power outlets here. Oh yeah, keep that on. That feels good. I can feel it up here. I'm gonna start cheering on the other fans for the use of fans out here. They turned it on and it started sucking air right down through, and that feels good. Now if we just had misters. Strike 2. Force out at any base. You got a 7-run lead. And you got to get 3 outs before the 7 runs. And you will have victory number 1 in this pool game. It's ball low. And the runner's coming. And she'll score. And now you have a 6-run lead. Second and third, 9-3. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good pitch, change up away, strikeout, out number 1. Got some to work with here, but rather get out of it and get off the field, get some rest in the shade. Ball away. Foul ball. 1-1. So they'll reset here. Easton in the circle. Let's see if she can finish off this Lady Outlaw team. They have a 6-run lead, but 2 runners in scoring position. They're already over the 70-minute time limit. It would be nice to get off on the right foot here in Willis. The winner of this tournament, I heard, gets a free bid to the Ronald McDonald here in the fall, so that would be a nice little win if you could find a way. Although this is a 16U tournament, so not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying talent level should be pretty rough to have that as an expectation. 3-1. There's been a couple flashes of brilliance, though, during the year with this Lady Oiler team where yep, they just put it all together and they look good. And one of those runs was at the end of the Sparkler. I believe they won 5 out of 6 against some really good competition in Colorado. There's a couple earlier in the season. Then I'd say you've also seen the other side of that coin where there's times where you're concerned they forgot their gloves at home. I'm gonna go back to Addie here in the circle as the bases are loaded. We'll see where they move everybody back around. As Addie comes in from right to pitch. See if she can finish this off. It looks like Easton is headed towards short. I'm assuming they may go back to where they were before the start of this inning. Although right now, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out where people are even at. I think I see Kinsley out there. I recognize that kid. She's my daughter. She's out in center, so that's one I know. She was out in left. I imagine she'll stay. Tori and Macy Montgomery are the two others that are out in the outfield. So as they start moving back, looks to me like maybe Tori has moved over to right, and Macy will take center. But we'll wait for him to break, and that is the case. All right, so then Gracie goes to first base. Charlotte stays at second. Easton's at short. Isla's at third. Sky behind the plate. We've got it. We're safe. Everybody's in their spot. Oh, hi. Only sub for the Lady Oilers is Kennedy Keith. She's typically pitcher only. She'll be most likely pitching game number 2, which starts in just over an hour and a half. Ball 2. Take me away. Ball gets to the backstop and another run's coming in. So now things are definitely interesting here as that one gets away. Runner comes in on the pitch. And now you have a 5-run lead. 1 out, 2 in scoring position. And you feel like you're on shaky ground as another one comes to the backstop, another run comes in, and is not select softball. We are just walking people around the bases and the ball's going to the backstop. That is not a good combination. Hold up. All right, first and third. Now you got a 4-run lead. Things are not going well right now for these Lady Oilers. I don't know that the Outlaw team has even put a ball in play in this inning, and they've scored 3 runs on no hits and like 5 or 6 walks. And that runner takes off and heads down to second. Defensive indifference as she's down there now, and you got both runners in scoring position, and your tying run is on deck. So it started out as a 7-run lead and felt cushy. Now feels anything but, as momentum is gone. And that started with a couple of really bad calls behind the plate to draw a walk to lead off the inning, or you'd have 2 outs. And who knows where you'd be. But you got to come back and fight through it. Everybody makes mistakes, including this umpire. And you got 2 balls and no strikes. But you got to come back from it, and you got to fight through it. And they're not fighting through it right now. They just have 0 umph Where's the hype man? I saw a hype man video this week. Where's Elliot? We need Elliot.
I mean, he's here.
Is that ball 4? I thought that was 3. Is that 4? Now bases are loaded and you're tying runs at the plate. And if we had emojis, we'd put WTH across the whole screen. Not sure what's going on right now, but it's not good. There we go.
On your toes, defense, nothing through, let's go.
Kinsley's out in left, Macy in center, Tori in right.